Fuck out of here, fool.
This is where you come to be locked in a conversation. Facts, news, opinions, debating on all the latest. Won't say that we the best, just mention us with the greatest. Even words you heard before gon' sound better when we say it. Got my ear to the streets, but my eye to the sky. I look up at the clouds, I'm thankful to be alive. Every day's a special guest, I'm thankful that it arrived. I've been blessed by the best, if you know him, you know the vibes. I've been out here chillin' with my co G Dylan, who got his own opinions. I let him tell you what is it. Out here kicking more for less, and you don't really wanna miss it. So subscribe to the channel, leave a like with every visit, it's 10.
What's going on, everybody out there? Welcome back once again, episode 33 of the 1011 Showcast. I'm your host, DJ 1011, with my co-host,
G. Dylan.
All right. Hey, we love y'all too. Hey, before we do anything, we need y'all to like, comment, and subscribe down below, man. Leave us a comment. Let us know what y'all think, man, for we can keep this good content coming to y'all. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, G. Dylan?
Man, everything's good, man.
You good?
Weather's nice. It's that time of year in our town.
Yeah.
Love it. Love every bit of it. Still getting the yard straight.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Hey, long you stay away out the way of them idiots and shit. Ducking and dodging, but we don't go in them areas.
No,
you know what I'm saying,
man.
We ain't fucking around like
I'm
that.
low key. I go to work and come home, and that's about it for me.
Me too. And I have fun doing that. They say, "Hey, you on old man time?" I say, "I'm trying to live to see it, motherfucker." Shit. Fucking with y'all, I ain't gonna live to see it.
I don't need no whole lot of excitement in my life.
Me either.
And I can't see having a lot of money would change that.
Try to have a bunch of time. So hold on. You try to tell me if you want to lie, you got a bunch of money and shit. You ain't trying to get no submarine and go see about Titanic and shit.
And nigga, I pretty much doing the same shit that I'm doing, just bigger and better.
Yeah, because we at that age.
I'm staying in my lane.
We at that age, we already know what we want. If I was young and got all that money, I probably would have been a fool, but I ain't no young motherfucker. Nah. So be out here and shit like T. Moran and shit.
I got words from
Yeah. They got. Right. I already got past that. But did you see about them bunch of rich motherfuckers got in this motherfucking sardine can and trying to go see the Titanic, man? What you think about that shit, G?
That's the white folks. That's white folks shit right there, dog. That's that. I mean, I guess it's I consider myself to be a fairly educated man. So, I watch a lot of shit, a lot of educational TV, a lot of Nat Geo and, all the Discovery Channel, all that shit. So, I've seen shows where they talk about, where, the Titanic is and how deep it is. Yeah. And, man, they were saying that technologically, it's harder to fuck with that than it is to fuck with space.
Exactly, because they've been in space a few times successfully.
And it's fewer people that have been fucking around down there than have been to space. So
yeah, because you got the currents, it's a lot, man.
It's deep in the pressure. People don't realize how much pressure that is on you.
No, it's pressure.
And that it ain't really nothing that even lives down there that deep.
Man, I was reading, they had a chart, and this animal only go 7,000, and the whale and shark them only go 10,000. These mother went another 16,000 deeper. Don't know, ain't nothing down there living. Only wreckage and shit fall all the way down to the bottom and stuff.
Yeah, so that way down there.
And then when I seen what they in, I'm like, come on, man. They got a little 20-inch window, and they got a PlayStation remote. It ain't funny, but it's crazy.
They were saying that just the way the whole thing worked didn't, to me, sounded silly. So they had a mothership. They're in
the mothership, baby Bubba.
Yeah, right. They in communication with the mothership, but they were saying that because of that water, radio waves and shit like that, can't go through the water. Yeah. But they can. It's some kind of signals that they send that are these little short texts. So this ship, because it has that little bitty ass window, it goes down, and it may not be oriented properly. So the other ship has to tell them like what direction to turn.
So you tell me these people done jumped.
So they going in the right direction.
So they jumped in this damn water and they really can't.
So I was listening to this guy. He's a reporter. He said he was on this shit last year, and he said that they never did make it to where they were supposed to get to because the shit kept going wrong. Communication issues and malfunctions.
So they went 5 feet.
So he's like, oh, okay. Then I see a guy. He's on one of the like Discovery Channel or something. He has like one of these adventure shows where he does all kinds of different shit. He said they were gonna do an episode on this ship, but he said it was so fucked up basically that they decided not to because he said, and from everything he kept seeing and all the shit that was happening, that it just needed more testing and research.
Yeah.
He said they had issues with the thrusters and issues with the controls, issues with the communication.
So basically, he was telling you, "Hey, I went on there and seen. I ain't gonna be on that when they get ready to go there."
And then a lot of like all the other like vehicles, like they send those remote submersibles. Well, they're connected with a wire to the ship, and then some of these other ships that have submersibles that have gone, they're all connected by wire, an actual wire,
and somebody can
so they can. It just.
When I seen like the inside, they had like the blueprint of the inside of it and how it looked, and I'm like, and these a bunch of super wealthy people, billionaires.
It cost $250,000
just to get on there, and they sitting on top of each other, and they ain't really got no toilet, and like, what was y'all thinking? Man, G, I ain't gonna lie, I got to thinking, I'm like, I don't want to get away from their wives and shit, and they didn't plan to escape somehow.
Then they saying like that part of the North Atlantic, the water's cold, so that deep that they can literally freeze to death.
Yeah, because it's like a big can, you know what I'm saying?
So it just, this is only one way. That's just some white folks shit. Because I'm just not fucking around like that. Like if I'm sitting at the crib, and they say they got a ship going and they looking at the Titanic and shit. I got a big TV. That's good.
Exactly.
That's
when y'all get down there, just get some footage. I ain't never one of those people. I don't need to get in the cage with the lions and shit. I'm good on the other side of the cage. Let me get in there and feed them. I ain't never been that type of guy.
Got too much money,
I let you mess with the snakes and the lions. I be like, gee, that's nice. Stay over there. You know what I'm saying?
The rich guy from Pakistan or India.
Yeah, he like one of the richest dudes.
He took his son. Yeah. He's 19. Like, I know his wife sitting at the house like, this motherfucker. God damn. Like,
I could get this motherfucker to get on the roller coaster at Great America, but now he go out with it.
He didn't take the boy with him and shit.
Yeah, nah, he didn't. Hey, I definitely am not doing that. But they talking about they hear some knocking like every 30 minutes, like a few days ago. Like anybody there or something, they hear some knocking. Like they don't know. And the Coast Guard and them said they got something that can actually get there, but they like, it ain't coming through the air. It's gonna take like a couple days to get there. So they just assuming they'll be dead, and they was like, oh well, and shit. Basically, we're finna write them up like, ain't nobody tell y'all ain't nobody trying to go down there. You know what I'm saying?
They were saying that that they have discovered like a debris field or somewhere they think the sound was coming from, but they still trying to pinpoint exactly where that thing is. It's just,
because it's dark down there. Ain't nothing down there.
Man,
you want to see the wreckage for what? We can't say they want no money. They be the first person to get some real action pictures. I mean, they got money. Like, what is y'all doing?
Man,
what are they doing, G. Dillon?
I'm just kind of feeling like the most exciting thing in my life only needs to be trying a new dry rub on my meat or some shit.
Hey, the most adventure you need is that Porsche you want, right? You can hit the highway with that.
And I've been kind of thinking about that, like,
might be too much power for me.
I get this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Now what?
Yeah, I might be hitting it too much.
Because does it make sense to get the shit, to get a 140, 150 mile an hour car,
and you don't do it in no time?
65.
Exactly, and you don't ever do it to the point of having all the horsepower to hit it sometime from time to time. And if you in that stage where you like, I don't even know if I want to do that now. So it'll be a waste of money. I mean, you have it for show, but you like, I really ain't. You know, it's just like when we better eat high-tech smartphone, man. We don't use a quarter of the shit they be talking about. You be like, they be like, that's the one with the new lens. I be like, I don't know, man.
Motherfucker, since we know each other, how many times have you had to like show me how to do some shit on my phone?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, man, I'd have bought this. I don't even know how to work this.
I don't even know how to work this.
As long as motherfuckers text and call out, I'm good. But hey, I hope they find these people from the summer rain. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't too optimistic about them coming up. Living.
No, it ain't looking good.
You
But
know
I mean, of course, you know, I'm holding out hope that they be all right, man, because doesn't nobody need to go like that.
I got a few people they should have put on that motherfucker with them. They could have left it.
It's just like I was watching this shit, like Jay Leno, you know, he in the cars and whatnot. And it was I can't remember the model Porsche, but it was like this like special edition Porsche, like super high powered, special edition, twin turbo, all kinds, super fast. Like one of the fastest production cars ever. So they had a couple of them at the racetrack, and they testing them and driving them, and everything's going cool. And he done spun one of these motherfuckers out of like 200 miles an hour and shit. And everybody look at it. I'm like, see, man, I don't need none of that.
Yeah, I ain't at that point in my life. I never been a daredevil, and the older I get, the less of a daredevil I want to be.
No, I'm good.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't.
I'm just so. People call me scary or whatever. Like I ain't getting on a motherfucking trampoline in somebody's backyard.
Man, I
ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, a lot of that shit.
I ain't jumping in no water that I don't want. That I don't know.
I ain't the devil type of guy.
I don't do none of that.
I did some parasailing, and I was scared of shit. I done did parasailing before and stuff like that. And I'll be up there like, fuck, I'm doing this shit. I ain't no swimmer like that. You know what I'm saying?
I think the last halfway exciting shit I did was get on that spring ride at the Wisconsin Dells where they put you in that seat and that shit and
it
big ass rubber bands.
Oh yeah.
I think it's like the last.
You got off that moment like I won't be going back on that.
Yeah, that's all of that I need.
Hey, we need to make us one of them submarines. I got a few people who I would like to put on that and shit. Hey, and hope they don't make it back.
Most of them others, they probably can't swim. Just take their ass to the pool.
He put Chopper Rent on them motherfucker.
Oh, that nigga, man.
Hey, it's all jokes, but hey, Jock, man, you keep letting us get topics to talk about you, and they not good topics. They not good topics, man. It's bad. Now he done got the 25-game suspension handed down to him, and they still making excuses and. Oh, they shouldn't have gave me this or gave me that. I mean, what's your take on it, G. Dillon?
You know, like I always tell you, one of the greatest gifts a person can get himself is some self-awareness. And
I agree. I couldn't agree more.
These motherfuckers just don't understand. They just keep trying to. Well, they keep trying to latch on the shit that they hear out here in the world. Some people, it's a double standard, and they keep talking about this motherfucker Chris Kaman. He ain't even been in the league about 7-8 years, right?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, about 7-8 years. He ain't been in the league.
And even then, it's like the context is different. And like we talked about, I ain't giving a fuck about what he doing. I'm talking about this dumbass shit you do.
Exactly.
I ain't worried about him.
What they always say, worry about what's on your plate.
And the shit you doing. Yeah. And we as a community of black folks out here in this world, we already got plenty of shit to deal with. And why the hell you insisting upon glorifying this garbage, trash ass, ghetto fucking mentality and culture? And then when motherfuckers slap you down about the shit, now you acting like something wrong with that. And then to think that we other black folks supposed to be backing that bullshit up.
No, I don't care if you purple, green,
yellow,
white.
You know, these motherfuckers out here riding around like you boys, like his belly of boys in the hood or something, and they going on a motherfucking drive.
And he had $30 million a year NBA player.
Crazy ass motherfucking music, hopping around the con. Oh, get the fuck out of here!
Like I tell you, where one of them guns go off, and hit dude in the head, hit yourself. But did you think the 25 games was what he should have got, or you think it's too much, or you think it was less, or what?
I'm cool with the 25 because I guess they're starting a new rule coming up this season with the All-Pro voting and all the awards voting, that if you haven't played a minimum number of games, you're not eligible for any of that shit. Yeah. And so that 25 games pull him into that not eligible shit. So that shit cost him in terms of being All-Pro and all that.
He didn't cost himself a...
That shit gonna cost him a lot of money.
I know, and
on top of the 25.
Yeah, it's like $7.8 million on top of the 25 game. And then they said about him not being able to make sense, it's like a total of $60 million that he's going to be missing out on. Yeah. And people, he straight, he got money. No, it's just stupid. I hate to get a fucking red light ticket because I feel like it's stupid and throwaway money. And I'm over trying to throw away no 8, 10, 20 million. I don't give a how much money you got. Like you said, you mess up 20 million at a company. I don't give a how much money they got. You gonna get fired. You might get investigated because they want to know what happened to this money. Oh, well, he worked this many billion. I don't care what my 20 million at. You know what I'm saying? So
I ain't trying to give away a damn dollar.
I mean, Ja, you got to put it together, brother. You got to put it together. The 25. I thought he was gonna get more than that actually, but you lucky, you young, and you dynamic. Because if you was anybody else in the NBA, they would have body slammed you. They giving you a break because they know you're a hell of a talent. But I think you taking it out of context, like, they ain't trying to get rid of me. I think he kind of knows that, so he's thinking shit is a game, but they will get rid of you.
We've talked about the whole aspect of him talking about mental health and whatnot, and so he acting he's giving the impression that he acting out some shit because of some mental health issue or some pressure that he's under. But out of all the shit in the world to want to grab onto in the midst of a crisis.
Yeah, why that?
Why aren't you grabbing onto helping educate some kids, doing some positive shit? That's the shit that you grabbing onto, and that you displaying these issues you got. Nigga, stop.
That's the furthest. That dumb things you doing is the furthest. That should be the furthest thing away from you. Don't even bring that around.
And then he throwing up Crip signs and shit, and he don't even have nothing to do with the Crips, and they get mad like, nigga, stop that shit.
Yeah,
we giving you a pass right now, but quit it.
Yeah, I mean,
we gonna be sending motherfuckers to get our checks and shit.
you rapping, you gotta pay tomorrow,
you gotta pay.
I mean, I just don't get it. And I love Ja, like as I continue to say on the court, his character. He gotta get it together. They done took on this thug vibe in Memphis. And I like it on the court to a certain extent, but they really taking it like they think they thugs. You ain't no goddamn thug. You a basketball player.
Well, and then
you a basketball player.
You trying to personify this image. Man, you in Memphis. Memphis is like one of the top 5 most dangerous cities in the country. And, we as a people, man, the gun violence and all the shit we deal with on a day-to-day, and this is the shit you glorifying, I ain't with none of that.
G. Dillon, we gonna get this big check. You better believe first thing I'm getting is some security. It'll be the first thing I get. When people get to running up on me in Walmart, I say, gee, it's time to get security. And I don't want to see the gun. As long as you got a gun, you ain't got to let me know what type you got. I don't even want to touch it. I just want you to have it. I ain't finna fuck up this money playing with no gun and all that.
Nigga, if my money big enough, first of all, I ain't going to no damn store. I'm ordering all my shit. They delivering all my
Somebody
shit.
go get it for you at the bed.
And then I'm going to have a little house out away from my house with the security way to deliver all that shit.
So they going to have to drive a mile.
And go through it to make sure everything good.
Right, once they get the packet, they got to drive another 2 miles to actually bring it to you. Yeah, I just don't understand it.
I will be trying to cut down on the amount of physical contact that I have with other human beings. Like say right now, the life I'm living day to day, on average, I come in contact with 50 motherfuckers that I don't really know or whatever. Now I'm trying to cut that number way down.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to cut down the number of people that I don't know that I come in contact with. I'm trying to cut that number as close to 0 as I can get it.
Yeah.
Only motherfuckers I want to be around is people that I know.
Cause you know the vultures. They know you got that money. them vultures, most people, it only probably gonna be about 4-5 people that really got genuine love for you anyway. The other people gonna be there because it's beneficial to them. You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, you don't want no 50. I probably got, if it's 10, 5 of them probably ain't got no good intentions and shit. So it probably just 5 that's really, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, if you lose the money right now, they'll still be around. F that number. You know what I'm saying? So 50 people around me, no way, no how. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I always say that. I'm broke now. I ain't gonna say I'm broke like I'm on the ground, I'm in no shelter or nothing, but I ain't got nowhere. I'm broke compared to job money, and I don't want to be around that shit.
I'm not trying to be around a bunch of people.
Motherfucker got a gun and doing that. Hey, G, let's ride, man. Let's get up out of here, because dude, the idiot right here, he playing with guns. Yeah. He want to be around that. Oh, let me see that, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me make a video.
I heard a dude, he's a straight gangster. He's like, man, that's serious business. He say, man, don't want to be riding around playing with no damn guns like that.
Your gun is not a toy.
No, it ain't no toy.
But you
like
trying
that.
to say it was a toy. Come on now.
Yeah.
But,
then they talking about that the league is picking on them. And stop. Y'all just need to quit y'all bullshit.
Hey, whatever happened to him, moving forward, I don't feel sorry for him. Which I hope he get it together. I don't want this brother to throw his career away or none of that. I want him to get it together. So don't y'all. You know they always trying to misconstrue shit when they hear it out here. Oh, look at these brothers hating on. Nah, I'm not hating. I'm going to be hard on you. And I'm going to be hard on you than any other race. Guess what? Because I give a fuck about you more than anybody else. And I love everybody. I ain't no racist or nothing. But I'm supposed to look out for my people first. So I'm going to be hard on you like your mom and your old man used to tell you. Hey, I don't give a fuck about Joe Smoker. Stay out all night. He can have his girl spend the night. This me and you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So
and it's because man, that motherfucker can do that thing, man.
yeah.
He can really play.
He can play that ball. Man.
You know, I mean, from a basketball perspective, the only thing he probably he got to learn as he get a little start getting older.
Play closer to the ground.
I
already know.
But man, that motherfucker can really hoop, man.
Dynamic.
I mean,
and that's why it's big talk. He'll think we picking on him, but that's because they know you gonna mess up that bag, and they know you got all the. They only talk about people like this, like man, he finna mess it up. He got the whole world. If you was a scrub or something, they wouldn't give a fuck. They'll kick you out.
That's why I don't give a shit about Chris Kaman.
Exactly. Chris Kaman was never on this level.
I mean,
he was never on your level.
Solid role player in the NBA and all that. They ain't giving a fuck about him.
No superstar. So yeah, they'll kick him out the league with no problem. They trying to give you these chances. Yeah, first and foremost, because they know they can make money off you. But and us sitting right here talking on this camera, it's because we know the potential you got, and we don't want you fucking that up about no silly stuff like that. Playing with guns and throwing up gang signs, like, come on.
Well, and then that's kind of been the image of the Grizzlies.
That's why I said they took that image.
A young, solid squad, young dudes, all out here trying to do the right thing. You know what I mean? They hang out, family oriented, all that. He kind of breaking the image of the squad.
And he said it last year. I let the team down. I think we would have went farther if I ain't have all these distractions. And then he go do it again. Like, come on. So now some of your teammates who really is on up and up probably looking like.
And then he was talking shit talking about he good in the West. And man, I get it. Are you?
Yeah, first round. What did they get put out in the first or the second round?
Might have been. I don't even remember.
They ain't go far for him to be talking about he good in the West. The Lakers put him out.
Yeah,
I think
the Lakers
the second round. The first round.
The first round.
The Lakers was a play-in team.
And the Lakers beat their ass.
Yeah, and they were a play-in team, but you talking about you good in the West. Hey, man, let me look in the camera. Hey, don't say that shit no more. You good in the West. You 23 years old, man. You got to take them ass whoopings first before you even get to them levels. You got to learn how to win. You don't know how to win. Talent ain't going to just get it. It take a lot of other stuff in between that. Hey, speaking of NBA players, tonight, while we recording this, probably be after we record it, but tonight they got the NBA draft. And you know the consensus number one pick is Victor Winnebago or Wimbayana or whatever.
Wimbayana, I think is his name.
So we got to learn how to say this motherfucking name.
Right.
Like we had to learn how to say
this shit long as hell.
Antikabatunko or whatever. And I still don't know how to say his name.
Got a lot of consonants and ain't hardly no vowels and shit.
I know they got hollered at a long time trying to spell them names when they were growing up. Spell your name right. But what you think about him?
I mean,
he a tall brother.
He tall, but 7'5".
Yeah, he like 7'5". I keep thinking like he's 7, but no, he like 7'4", 7'5".
It just one thing it brings to light is just how advanced like these young kids are from back when I was young. The kind of shit that they can do and come up doing. Cause he got it all. He got the full package. Down, he can play post. He can play out on the floor. He got a little mid range. He can shoot the deep ball. He can handle the ball. He can play defense. He block a lot of shots. I mean, the only thing is just a guy that height, that size, and that frame is holding up. But I think compared to like when like guys like Manu Bol played and been a couple other guys over the years.
They could beat you up then.
When they could really beat you up, that the league is a little more conducive to a guy of that stature. And, I don't want to see him coming in. They trying to pile a bunch of weight on him real fast.
As a team.
Yeah, just let him mature naturally because he going to gain a few pounds here and there. Like Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Like they said they had some of the same worries about Kevin Durant coming in the league.
Slam Reaper, yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't try to throw him in the weight room.
They let him.
Let him do his thing.
Where he was comfortable at it.
And I mean, Kevin Durant has had a couple of injuries over the years.
But he got a hell of a career still, though. Yeah.
So I mean, if you use a guy like Kevin Durant as the template and look at the ability that he has coming in, I mean, man, he gonna be a monster.
Yeah. I have watched some highlights. I haven't sat down and watched like 2-3 whole games, but I have watched like first quarter and highlights of him, and it looked like he got all the skills. He got the step back. He can handle the ball. He can shoot. I mean, who finna block his shot? He gonna shoot right over you.
He can
7'5".
He can use the glass. He blocking shots, man. He block a ton of shots.
I done it 8 feet tall. I know what the hell he do. I'm 7'5". He better be blocking some shots. Shit,
he fuck around. We be out there shooting in your driveway. He block one of them from where he at. That big long motherfucker.
Right. Exactly. He be out in space. Get that shit out of here. But Victor Wembanyama, hey.
Yeah,
they say
like he's a nice kid.
They say he's like
the
first clear cut, like #1 draft pick. Like it can't go no other way since like LeBron and shit. Like you will make a mistake. I don't care. They say I don't care what kind of big man you got right now. You got to take him. Like he's like a can't miss talent. So
I like the boy choice. Miller.
Yeah, Miller. Wait, what you think about? I would think because that's the Alabama saga. Now how you think it? Well, y'all don't know Brandon Miller. He played for Alabama, and we talked about it when it happened. The Alabama players got caught up. They were shooting and killed the young lady.
One of his teammates ended up killing a girl.
Yeah,
that he had gotten in some argument with.
He had brought the guy that gun,
and he unknowingly, supposedly,
it was the guy gun.
He was driving. Yeah. He was going to pick the boy up, and the boy had texted him to bring him his gun, but he said he was already on his way. But it turned out that the gun was already in the car, in the back seat under some laundry. And so the boy got the gun and then killed a girl and shot her boyfriend. And so the police in Alabama, and I think in Tuscaloosa is where Alabama is, that they cleared him and said that there was
unwillingly,
that there was no wrongdoing. There was no wrongdoing on his part. And so he went and finished the season, and the team didn't suspend him.
And he's gonna be like a top 3 pick, and most people saying 2 right after Victor. You know what I'm saying?
He a skilled player. Only question I had was like when I watched him in the tournament.
Oh, in the tournament, man, he sucked in the tournament.
He just didn't take games over, and I mean he made a few plays here and there, but he wasn't.
I give him.
He wasn't as dynamic as I was hoping he would be.
And I don't want to be too hard on him watching the tournament because I watched the tournament. He was sucking, man.
I think he had a lot on his mind.
Exactly. That's why I want to say he a young boy and he had that. That's a lot because you had the fans coming, and he don't only shoot off the court, he shoot on the court, and they like fucking with him, and he a young guy. So they could have really, and once the March Madness get here, they get ramped up. So
yeah, I know the university had to hire security.
Yeah, when he was in certain place. So I give him a pad for that because he's skilled, he's talented, but in that tournament he sucked. But they think he's going to be the number 2 pick. He's not going lower than number 3. But how you think his buddy's sitting in jail? What they thinking? Now he finna go make out. All they had to do was sit out and be cool because they trying to holler at somebody, old lady, woman, and now they want to shoot because she tell them, I don't want to talk to you, and her boyfriend like, hey, man, leave her alone.
And then that motherfucker, they show him, in court, get his arraignment and all that shit.
Yeah.
Now he crying, and his mama there, he crying. Motherfucker.
See, I don't feel sorry for motherfucker.
Not for 1 second.
And that's what I'm saying. My buddy, he got this one-way ticket. We just chilling like we ain't finna do this. Now he in jail. Now somebody else finna be his homie and get all these benefits. And you looking like
this my homeboy.
All we gotta do is chill.
All I gotta do is work out with this motherfucker.
Chill. He probably can give me some trials because he who he is. Hopefully I can get on them in a few years. Kind of like what Deron Williams did to D Brown now. He got some trials in Utah. They had a year or 2 to collect them checks. That probably can happen for you, but you want to be a thug. As we say again, you're a basketball player.
Hustling backwards.
You're not a fucking thug. You're a basketball player. Now when they take him to jail, you tell me, I love you, mama, and all that. Like, hey, we don't want to hear that shit. We don't want to hear that shit.
It's kind of funny because I think, like, my mama being who she was, I don't even think my mama would have showed up for no shit like that. You know what I mean?
She would say, what? House. When she got there and she really found out, she probably been on camera. You dumb motherfucker.
She been walking out and shit.
Yeah, me up here embarrassing me. I'm all on camera and shit. Had nappy and shit.
Like, damn.
Yeah, that was just silly. Like, y'all not thugs. You're a basketball player. It's just like you all see me and G dealing out in public. We ain't finna be out there with our hat cocked and pants off our head. What you looking at, my nigga, and all that. We do what we do, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? I
tell you all the time.
You ain't got to be coochie. They don't make you pussy or nothing because you ain't thug. You ain't super thuggish. I ain't no pushover nothing now. I'll give you one of these, but if we can avoid it, we avoiding it. You know what I'm saying?
And this is the thing I think people misunderstand. And that's, like, I am who I am. And I know cats who live that life. Excuse me. Who live that life.
Yeah.
And they know who they are and they know who you are. Excuse me. And they're not trying to, everybody they come in contact with, they not trying to be who they are.
Oh, no. They'll tell you, like, man, you got potential. Don't be fucking with us like that.
Yeah, they're like, and if you try to get out of your zone, they be like, nigga, that ain't you. You do what you do, bro, and be yourself.
This what I do. If you got some problems, call me. If you got some thuggish problem, they'll tell you, call me. You don't even deal with that. They don't, especially if you going to the NBA, they be like, hey, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and they'll hem a motherfucker up about you, you know?
But I done had cats, man, that I knew or grew up with or whatever, and they, they in that life and do that thing. And they cool, we cool and whatnot, but they know who you are and what you do and what you ain't about that shit. And they gonna do what they gotta do to keep you away from that shit. They be like, hey man, there's some shit about to happen around this motherfucker. You need to go on.
Hey, I swear, rest in peace, my brother was like that, man. He in the street, he doing shit. I remember getting out of school, catching a bus to where he was at, and he was like, what you doing over here? Like, go home. He like, man, later on that night, he said, see, I told you on the time you left, them mother got to shooting and shit.
Yeah.
It's like they got the shooting right over there where we was at. He like, now one of them things where I would never forgave myself shit. But he told me something. He like, what you doing here? Get from over here. And I ain't arguing with him or nothing. I left. He said, man, you probably was going about 15, 20 minutes at the most. And they got the shooting right here and shit. Now you've been over here. You don't know where to run. You young. You freezing up. One of these bullets hit you. I got to explain this to mama. Now I can't forgive myself. Don't be over there. He told me, don't be coming over there. Like, I'll see you later. Don't be bringing your ass over there. You know what I'm saying?
Really, and then, because the only reason you over there to be nosy.
Yeah, be nosy. Trying to hang out. When I'm young, we come up in the hood. So I'm thinking that shit cool at the time. Like, I'm finna go hang out with my big brother. And, you know, we in the hood, girls around, and you know what I'm saying? But that's just because of where I came up at the time. But once I got older, like you said, 21, 20, I knew better.
Yeah, because
you know what I'm saying?
You know, one thing my papa always told me, he's like, hey, man, you know, everybody out here, cats do what they got to do to survive. He said, so you can't never be trying to look down on nobody. And he say, man, you need to know motherfuckers from everywhere and be able to get along and communicate and be cool. He said, because that's how you get along in this world. Ain't everybody go just
that don't mean you got to hang with them every day.
But, you know, so I know motherfuckers, and if I see a motherfucker today, hey, man, what up? You know, we cool.
I know some straight thugs that I know person, but I know I can't. Our lifestyle, we can't be together every day.
Right, and they know that too.
Yeah, you know, in certain places in a nice suburb, you might kick with them an hour or two. But you know, when you out in the inner city and shit, you can't even really be around this motherfucker. Because you don't know who might pull up. And he'll tell you, like, I'm going to holler at you back over in the other spot. Like, you don't need to be around here and I don't need to be talking to you. Because they don't even want people to see that you know. I'm like, oh, he know him. And then they'll harm you just because you know this guy. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you gotta be able to be in different neighborhoods and be in different areas and shit.
Yeah, so you gotta know how to communicate with all types of people.
Like we was talking about motherfucker buying the fucked up DVDs and
Yeah.
shit. And sometimes, you know, you be in the spot, you go ahead and buy one of them DVDs for a little goodwill and shit.
Yeah.
You know? At least you know it's gonna be one motherfucker speak up for you.
You looking like, hey, motherfucker, you don't buy nothing. I'll get them, man. You don't never buy nothing for me.
Man, I remember I got one of them DVDs back in the house. My old lady was like, where the fuck you get this shit from?
Hey, dude got up, looked in the camera on the DVD. What's up, G Dillon? Hey, they record with a phone camera.
She's like, you done bought this fucking bullshit, that DVD. Motherfucker that wrote the title here with a marker and shit. She's like, why you buy this shit? I'm like, hey, look, I'm in the spot, I'm getting something to eat. I ain't in my area. I gotta get a little goodwill out here. So let motherfucker know I'm alright and shit. You know?
Hey, them DVDs used to be fucked up, man.
I know one thing. At the very least, that motherfucker I bought the DVD from, if some shit get ready to pop off, he gonna know. He gonna let me know. He gonna look at
he know the area. He be over there every day.
You need to move out, man.
Yeah, he be over there. Hey, you see that? But
fuck your six piece.
You get to see him packing his DVDs. Hey, man, where you going? Hey, you need to be following me, young player.
Hey, man, I'm just here trying to get some chicken, man. That's
but
all.
I mean, you just, you know, certain stuff you just know. You know what I'm saying? You just know certain things that ain't for me. And like you said, the best thing a person can do is some self-awareness. Accountability and self-awareness. If you got them two things, you'll be all right. You'll make it pretty far in this life. You know what I'm saying?
And I just don't get, you got that kind of money. That's the shit that you want to go to? Like, all the possibilities you got out here to do shit to do.
I want to do everything.
Adventures to have and shit.
When I get that big check, I want to do everything that I couldn't do. I could have did that when I was broke.
So, I guess my thought is, between thugging and being in a motherfucking submarine, it's a whole bunch of shit in there.
In between them two. Y'all can have them two things and shit.
There's a bunch of shit to do.
I don't want to get
like I'm feeling like I can find a good spot right in the middle of that and be cool. I don't need to be out here thugging, and I ain't getting in no motherfucking submarine.
That's how they get.
But I just sit right here in the middle. That's all me. I mean, I'm good and shit. I'm good.
Hey, yeah. I don't want to get no submarine, man, and go 25,000 feet below sea level, below the earth. And like you said, you can't see down there. I ain't never been claustrophobic, but I know after a while I'll be like, hey, man, I gotta get
I was watching one of them shows, Nat Geo or something, and they had a styrofoam cup.
You know he be watching, he's Nat Geo.
And
motherfucker be like, what's that? That's National Geographic.
And I don't even know if they were that deep. But the pressure balled that motherfucking styrofoam cup.
What they put it in?
They just dropped it. It was just in that motherfucking water and went deep. And they had it like in I think they had it like in a container.
Something to weigh it down.
Like on the outside of the ROV.
Yeah.
And they brought them over. It was like that. It was built.
They balled it up.
It balled it up like that.
That's the pressures of the water.
Just the pressure. Because, I mean, think about that, all that water coming down on top of your head. That's a
know.
long... They show, like, the Statue of Liberty and, like, the tallest building and the Grand Canyon and all. That shit is, like, way deeper than all of that shit.
Yeah, that. Hey, like you said, I can find a bunch of shit in the middle that I have fun doing. It won't be no daredevil stuff, and it won't be thugging. You can believe that.
And I'd be so damn happy living that life.
You happy now?
I'm pretty happy now. I mean, some shit can probably be better.
Man, they add a few zeros on your account, though.
Yeah, man.
Man, please. Make you a 10-figure nigga.
Ooh, Lord. I'm about to look at shit up right now, man.
She said,
how deep is the Titanic?
I just told you about 20. I think it's 25,000. Let me know though. But I think it's like 25,000 feet.
No, nigga, it ain't that far. 12,500.
Oh, that's all it is.
They said, but that's like 2 miles. 2 miles.
No, I'm saying I gotta ask you, but no, that's a long way. That's what it settles.
It says okay, how far is the Titanic in miles? 2.3 miles underwater.
Underwater.
Damn.
No.
Damn. That's a long way. 2 miles.
I mean, I don't want to see no wreckage. I don't want.
It like take them when they go. They take them hours to get down there and shit.
Yeah, cause it's water. You know what I'm saying?
Hours to get there.
I ain't. I'm good on it.
And I watch that shit. I watch that shit all day and all night on TV. It's because it's interesting.
I took the Titanic movie. Yeah, I wanted to know, like, man, what does that have on people? I always be like, man, I want to know people panicking. Some people just jumped off, and you know what I'm saying. But that's all I'm gonna do. I don't need to dig that deep. I don't know what I'm gonna get out of that digging that deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, G Dillon, let's get in a sardine can and go down here and see about the Titanic.
Right.
It ain't need the money, like you said. It's some adventurous. People always do stuff for money. Like, man, if you can be the first person to really get some more pictures, you can sell the pictures for this and that. They didn't need no money, so they just a bunch of rich bored motherfuckers. Ain't had nothing better to do.
Yeah.
And now they want to figure out $250,000 just to get on this thing for each person and go down there.
Now they saying the deepest part of the ocean is 36,000 feet.
36,000. That's why I was thinking they said they were down at 36,000.
36,000 feet.
I won't be going.
So if 12,000 is 2 miles, that means 36,000, 6 miles.
I won't be going.
6 miles.
You gonna fuck around and see some real mermaids go your ass.
That's like from here, damn near to my house and shit.
Nah, I'm straight.
Underwater.
Yeah, underwater. You got that current. It ain't like just driving. You gotta fight. You gotta fight through that and all that.
Don't no light get down there.
Man, I hope.
So imagine you down here. You know, you're going to see the Titanic and the lights go out. God damn, you can't see shit.
I can't even imagine.
You think like being out where you live out in the country, so maybe it's dark as hell out here at night. Like imagine, you know, just ain't no it's like walking in our closet in your crib at night. Ain't no
lights. You gotta get around and all that, and don't know how you finna get back to the light. Hey, you don't know how you finna get back to the light and shit.
I don't want no parts of that.
Nah.
No parts.
I'm not gonna have no problem. But hey, we just had Juneteenth pass.
Yeah, man.
Happy Juneteenth to my people.
Clowning and shit.
Yeah, they clowning. It's supposed to be a time to celebrate.
Motherfucker, take the damn holiday off, motherfucking barbecue and eat some shit.
Yeah, chill out. Get you some Jack or some Hennessy or something.
Weird, man. We celebrating the 4th of July. This is the funny shit I see. Your girl Karen just always talk about how it's a ghetto made up holiday. Yeah. I see the dude. He said, "Well, yeah, I just had to talk with the Easter Bunny, and he agreed."
Which is a fake holiday. Like he agreed it's a made up.
He say all these holidays made up and shit. Get the fuck out of here. Shit.
Yeah, happy Juneteenth to y'all, but y'all was out there acting silly. And then once again, like G Dillon said, y'all don't want to take accountability. Oh, maybe the white man came over here with 200 black people who got guns. At least half of them got guns. And he shot, and he got away. He shot 30 people. He got away. Yeah, okay. If you think I'm going to believe that, hey. Yeah, all right.
Well, and I ain't going to lie. Off top, hearing about where that shit happened. What we talking about? Willowbrook, Illinois.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Because I know some people that live in Willowbrook and have been to Willowbrook.
I used to live over there.
I obviously haven't been to that part of Willowbrook.
No, you ain't been to that part.
And,
I used to live exactly where the shit happened.
So off top, I was like, man, that sound like crazy white man shit. Huh. Like I ain't gonna say, but I gotta listen further and shit, see what's going on and shit. And then we had our discussion, and you told me about that area. I was like, oh no. It's
pretty rough over there. It's like you're in the inner city. They named it Little Africa. Like a bunch of niggas over there. And I'm telling you, they named it Little Africa. Ask my brother Chuck now and my sister Boogie's down. They named the place Little Africa. And I ain't lived over there in some years, probably about 8-9 years.
That's racist as fuck. But still, the truth is the truth.
Hey, I ain't lived over there in like 8-9 years. One of my nieces, Jess, was living over there. But right before I moved, and that was like 9 years ago, probably, or longer, and somebody had got killed right in the park. Like Willowbrook, like you said, when I was coming up, my brother stayed right over in that area. It was nice. It was a lot of white people. It was mixed. It was diverse. But they ain't have all these Section 8 motherfuckers and all that started coming in there. And they just took that place down, man. Cause like you said, first thing you hear Willowbrook. You like,
yeah, cause I know a couple of people stay in Willowbrook.
Not that part though.
Yeah, no, it ain't that part.
Which is sad, cause like you said, they call Little Africa. What that say? A bunch of black motherfuckers over there acting silly and shit.
Man, look. And we've had this discussion on a number of occasions. And we've talked about it on the podcast about where black culture, or what people want to call black culture, and where it has gone, and how it has deteriorated over the years, and this glorification, all this hop around bullshit. And I just don't know how we can get out of that. And it's not, not all corners of black society and all of that, but, we should just be such a proud, classy, sharp-ass people. And, where we at now, and I'd be a fool to not understand that that we haven't had a lot of help getting to where we are. But
yeah, we understand that part.
But damn.
Yeah, we understand that part. Like I know what we're against. I know it's still a long way. We done came a long way though.
Absolutely.
We afforded opportunity. My mom, your mom and dad and all them, they could have never, like my mom said, I used to cry to go to school. These motherfuckers don't want to go to school. She like, I couldn't go to school because I had to really work when I was a kid. So they like, fuck school. We got to make ends meet. But now we can afford your son go to school. My daughter can go to school. And now these motherfuckers, not our sons or daughters, but these motherfuckers acting silly. They shooting each other. It's a Juneteenth holiday. They just shot 29 people. We out here having a good time. Well, I never understood what equates your mind to we having a good time. It's women everywhere. We young. You know what I'm saying? They probably smoking their little weed or all that. So where I'm going to get, I'm not even looking at you. I'm looking at the girls. So I don't know how they get the mean mugging each other. Man, what you looking at? What you looking at? Now they want to get guns. All these women in here. And y'all want to fight and shit. Like, what? But what's the problem?
Like you have mentioned, like this shit happened like, it was late at night. Like,
yeah, it was like 12:30, almost 1 in the morning.
Take your ass home. And then, like, shit. I don't even understand like how the town let motherfuckers still be out there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Man, y'all take your ass to the house.
Cause they done gave up on that part. Cause yeah, they wouldn't let you be in that. They wouldn't let you be out there that long.
I remember back in the day, man, we used to go down to the lakefront and be hanging out, and be kicking.
So when the late them police come,
hollering at girls and drinking a little bit, might smoke a little weed.
Say, hey
or whatnot.
man, the late close.
After a
man.
while, man, police come through there, man.
Especially if it's
they be like, hey, we don't give a shit where you go, but you got to leave here.
Especially if it's a bunch of y'all like that, because they know only a matter of time for the problem.
Some silly shit happen. Yeah, motherfuckers get to drink, drinking
and drugs. Now they popping all these pills and not have knowing what they. But yeah, the demands of the suburbs in Illinois, it's becoming more and more prevalent, man. You know, like when I was coming up, Maywood was nice. Bedwood, all that shit was nice. Now they call it Maywood the Murder Wood. I remember I had auntie and them stayed over there, man. I thought they was rich because it was nice. They had their lawn. I go in there, they got a nice little crib and shit. I mean, it was nice. There wasn't no mother over there acting silly, shooting guns and gang banging, but they didn't. Like we said, people need to get their fucking kids. And then they let all these ignorant Section 8 motherfuckers everywhere. And it just screwed a lot of stuff up.
Look at Chicago. And like what has happened over the years and how the downtown has expanded. UIC has expanded. All the universities, UIC, University of Chicago, all of them have expanded. And all of those areas were like considered like bad areas, but they they push people out.
Cause they built them high-ass condos, you can't afford it. Ain't no Section 8.
Nah, ain't none of that shit going on over there.
You gotta be making 100 plus.
That shit them others got to go somewhere.
You gotta go, and then
they end up out in them suburbs.
But you know, when I was coming up, G Dillon, they always said. I remember when it first happened. And people start moving to the suburbs. They want to put y'all there. They won't be in the city. They really work downtown.
Because it's flipping. At one point, like all the folks with a little something moved out to the suburbs to get away from the city.
Yeah.
But then they like this commute. They like
exactly. That's what I heard.
So now they trying to flip that shit
because they trying to get back
all
down.
All these out in the suburbs. They trying to get back in.
And
then they pushing
I was hearing about that years ago.
And they pushing all the ghetto out, they turning that out into the wasteland and shit.
Dude, a couple wise brothers told me that. I was probably about 20, and motherfuckers said, man, they won't get all us out in the suburbs. Because they, like you said, they got this job. They don't want this commute. And once they thought about it, they like, man, we're going to push them out, upsell that shit. They can't afford it, and push them out there. And we'll be able to walk to work in peace and all that.
Because some of them areas are cool to commute because the train is there. They got the metro and whatnot.
Like I said, we can stay right here and walk. That's what I'm going with. Yeah. But
that's why I ain't never been that anxious to just be moving out of the city and shit.
You always say if you get some money, you're going to go on Lakeshore Drive somewhere.
Yeah, I stay in the city. If I can afford it, I stay in the city.
Lakeshore Drive, man. But hey.
I mean, and like, well, I'll say this, and me and my lady have had this conversation. Like, we come out here and go to the nursery and whatnot to get flowers and shit for the yard. And we were talking about that. We were like, man, it's cool out here. But now we're at an age where we got to start thinking about shit like, where's the hospital at? Mm-hmm. Shit like that.
And
like
the city got all the trauma units and all of that.
Right. So, like, if I lived out here at my age, like, damn, how far I drive I got to go to see my doctor and shit like that.
And that's stuff to think about.
That shit you got to kind of think about. Like,
when you get older.
I jump on the E-way, boom, I'm there in like 20 minutes.
Dude, everything got to be calculated when you get to a certain age.
Got to think about it.
You ain't got no bunch of kids.
And I hadn't really thought about that, and she said that to me. I'm like,
yeah, because you ain't got a bunch of kids, so they can't be running you around. Because we all need that. We all going to get old, and you just can't get around like you used to. Yeah. So you're going to need that. You need them resources. You got to get to stores. You need corner stores, and you can't be driving no mile or two for no stores. I ain't even driving this shit.
I'm probably maybe one more house, like in my lifetime.
And that's it.
And then after that, it's condo after that.
Yeah. Because you ain't trying to do no stairs.
Getting rid of a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
And paring all that shit down. Have a 3-bedroom condo. And I'll be
there. Yeah, because you can't be doing stairs.
And that'll be it to the end.
to the end. Hey, get y'all kids. They messing up the suburb. They messing up the city. They just everywhere. It's bad. When I was coming up, man, you had these certain areas you knew not to go to, and it was just narrowed down to that area. But now it's so broad. They everywhere. They all intently robbing Brinks trucks, like you said, they all in Willowbrook doing mass shootings, and it when I was coming up, it wasn't like that. We can go over here and we can assure we were safe if we go over here. G.
Well, and this is the thing that people need to understand, that when we talk, like, we ain't just talking about ghetto black folks. It's
I know, ghetto white people,
folks
whatever.
out here,
Yeah. It's just a ghetto area.
All out here in Colorado, they all this shoplifting and
smash and grab. They just going in there. 10 of them, and they looking at you because it's 2 of y'all. Like, what y'all want to do? So they just take
like right here, they had hemmed up on the FBI one that in and hemmed up the white boy. He had all them damn storage units because that's where they was taking all that stolen shit.
Yeah.
Like, mother just living these lives of crime and shit. Like, God, that motherfucker. That just seemed like a lot of damn work.
It is. When you think about living the right way, and as far as living a criminal way in the right way, the criminal work harder. They don't think they do, but they do. That lets you know how dumb they is. Because being a criminal and a dope dealer and all that shit like a 24-hour job. So you got to be ready to get this lick when we call you.
See, the only criminal motherfuckers to me that seemed like they made sense was like Ocean's 11. Because when they hit...
It's a movie,
but they hit.
But that's what I'm saying.
They coming out with some millions.
But like we said,
these niggas out here with this nickel and dime ass shit, like motherfucker. And then when they hear how much like we might make a year, they be like, oh damn, yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah, you just go to work and shit. I don't like working for nobody else or none of that. But hey, man, it pay the bill to keep food on the table, keep my ass out of jail first and foremost.
I stopped even.
Hey,
thinking of it in them terms that I'm working for somebody else. I'm working for myself.
And when I get off, I ain't got to worry about, man, I got to look for this nigga call because he'll call anytime. See, this is the shit they got to deal with. They'll call anytime and you got to go get that lick. Now, you don't know if it's a setup, but you got to take them chances because this is how you living. You know, once you get your schedule, the Showcast, your job, after that, cut is over with. Like, I ain't got to worry no more till the scheduled time. These mother got to be on call and be like, somebody called 12 at night, you got to get up. Like, man, we got this lick, G, let's go.
Yep.
And I ain't trying to live like I never just been that type of person trying to live like that. I need some kind of stability. I need stability. I need to, man, well, you just be over. I'd be like, nah, you need to let me know. Because after a certain time, I ain't coming out, I ain't doing this. You know what I'm saying?
Because even the cats who make it to the top, like cats like El Chapo and cats, motherfuckers that make it to the top and got a shit ton of money. Like your guys, they've been doing the show on them and shit, the series. BMF, yeah. Them cats was at the top of the game.
Yeah.
But that shit at the top of even at the top of the game,
look where they got you.
Shit.
Yeah, look where they got you in the long run. Got you 50, 60 years in jail. For me to ball, G Dillon, if they tell me right now, even now, and I'm older, if they say, man, we're going to give you 15 years of balling, like you can ball out, do whatever you want to do, but once you live that 15, the rest of your time you got to spend in jail, I'll turn it down.
Yeah,
it just ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? I could be like, well, I'm probably 15 years. I'll be on the cusp of that. I probably could think like that, but I'm be like, nah. Even if I live 4 years after that, I don't want to be in no fucking box. I don't want to be in no cell. So I'll turn down this. You know what I'm saying?
And then it's like, how often do you hear of a dude, a cat who been in the game and who leave the game and has something?
Yeah.
Who
rare.
Basically retired from the game.
It's very rare.
And live off of what they made.
I probably know off the top of my head probably 2 people that I know.
That money, it come in one hand.
And you know how many motherfuckers I know, soldier? I'm talking about 2. I probably know 200-300 motherfuckers that were dibbling down and selling drugs in court cases. You know what I'm saying?
But it's something about that money, man. You can't hold on to it.
Yeah, and
ill-gotten gains and shit. You can't hold on to that money, man.
If it come, like they always say, if it come fast, more than likely to leave fast. So if you ain't working for something, everything worth having, they say you got to work for it, man. Yeah. It takes time to build it.
And I get it, and you notice all them cats, man, they live big. You know what I mean? They do a lot of shit because I guess they know.
They know, yeah.
They know if they get busted by the feds,
so I might
that money gonna be gone. taxes and all that shit.
Yeah.
If they go to jail. So they like
when you get it, you might well live.
They kicking it and shit. They going to the fights and all. They spending that money up.
But yeah, I just can't live like that. I don't really know who to trust.
No, I'm too scary for that shit.
Yeah, I'm too scared of jail, and I don't know who to trust. I don't know if this really my guy. He finna set me up to get killed. He finna set me up with the police. I just don't like living like that. Like I said, I'd rather work my scheduled time, and once we out, nigga.
Yeah, because I think I'm pretty good at like reading the room and getting a good take on people and how they are and what they're about, which are all good qualities to have. But just overall, I'm too nervous for that shit. I would be in that game.
You know what happened?
6 months into that game, I would have an ulcer the size of a baseball.
Yeah, you know what happened with me? Because these idiots out here and I know, like I said, no, I ain't never been diagnosed, but these motherfuckers gave me a slight shit of paranoia. So I know I've probably been to kill the motherfucker who don't deserve it. Because I'm like, hey, man, what you doing? And I've been to did something. I'll be in jail. Yeah, they been to kill me. I've been to kill them because I already know I'm already on the edge because I'm supposed to be doing this shit. I ain't comfortable doing it. Yep. So I'm gonna be like, hey, I've been to kill somebody or did something that I ain't supposed to be doing, or they been did something to me because I'm so jittery and it just ain't a life. It take a different kind of to do that because like I know I wouldn't hardly be sleeping. Yeah. You know what I mean? I just be like, because you got a family to protect. Yeah, you got. You don't know if these dudes follow you home. They trying to set you up. You sitting on a Milo. You don't know who trying to get this. We dealing with a bunch of broke motherfuckers.
I was watching an interview. I don't even know who this dude was. And I guess he had kind of been in the streets and shit, but he was, I don't know whether he was rapping now, what he was doing, but motherfucker was asking him like, so you like all your homies, don't none of your homies, nothing like that know where you stay? He's like, no.
At least he think.
He's like, don't nobody.
But he don't welcome them now.
He said, ain't no reason for them to know where I live.
But even saying that,
he don't even like order like Uber Eats and shit. He's like, I ordered Uber one time. He said, man, you see them people in them cars, how they be living in them cars and shit. He's like, you want them motherfuckers to have your address?
But even saying that,
he's like, girls and shit. He said, don't know. He said, I don't tell nobody where I live and shit.
Like you said, you ain't gonna have no bunch of motherfuckers, but. Just say for me, for instance, now you scared to tell me where you live. That ain't really no fun.
Yeah, right.
Like you said, you always say you get all that money and you really by yourself. That ain't fun.
Yeah, ain't nothing fun about that.
I have my buddies and shit with me. We on a yacht and all that. Like, ain't nothing fun about that. I'm in my house barricaded, looking out the window with the rifle like Malcolm X.
If I had that money like that, we basically reenacting like the motherfucking Biggie videos and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we got the Versace glasses on. We got the hot tub and shit. Yeah. So I really want to be by myself. I don't really want my real homie to know. Nah, I don't want everybody to know that. But I got some, like you said, I got 4, 5 motherfuckers. Yeah, they come over here all the time. We kicking and shit. And it ain't no worry because it's legit money. I ain't into that type of business. But, man, hey, get yourself together out there, black folks. More than anything, black folks, get yourself. Everybody ignorant, like G. Dillon said. It's a bunch of ghetto, ignorant people. Well, like you said, I'm talking to y'all. More than anything, I'm supposed to be hard on y'all. Because y'all got to do better. And y'all my people. Shit, and just like my child. I be on her more than anybody else, child.
You can't get away.
You can't get away.
Can't do it.
But we ain't going to hold these people all day, you know, and get ready to wrap this up. Like I said, what you got to say to the people, G. Dillon?
Hey, man, I just want all y'all to know how much I love you and care for you. And like I always say, love yourselves, love one another, treat everybody like you want to be treated. And I'm going to add a little something to that. That's all of us. You know, let's try to take care of one another and let's understand that we all been through some trauma in our lives. And let's recognize that and let's try to take care of our mental health.
Yeah, you got to take care of your mental health. You got to. That's the most important thing. When I remember I was growing up and they had the motherfucking egg get cracked in the skillet, the brain. Your brain on drugs. Yeah, that's the truth, man. You get your mindset, you can do anything. If your mind fucked up, you can't do nothing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's a lot of this little shit you go through day to day. And we've talked about
that shit passed.
All these little things that happen to you. And at the time, you know, you see your way through it and you pack it in your box and you put it away. But at some point,
man, throw that shit out.
That box get full.
Yeah, you gotta throw it
and
out,
if you're not careful, that box busts open. Ain't no telling what's gonna happen when it busts open.
It busts open.
And and like we've talked about, I kind of had that episode where my box busted open.
You gotta throw that shit away, man.
And it was some shit that I had never felt and didn't know I could feel. Yeah. So
you gotta take care of your mental health. Gotta take it, and I got 2 things for y'all out there. Don't be riding around flashing these motherfucking guns in the air and shit like y'all thugs and you ain't. And the other thing is, stay y'all ass out of submarines. We out of this bitch.